you like cute little monkeys and a little bit of push your luck, then you want to check out Fruit Island. Let's take a look at how this game plays. And this game, players are being little monkeys who are going around the board trying to collect fruit in order to score points. On a player's turn, they will take a token out of the bag. If they draw a fruit token, they will go ahead and place that on one of the trees that matches that type of fruit, and then they'll move their monkey 1 to 3 spaces. If they end on a tree that is full of fruit, they would be able to take those off and put them face up in front of them later. If they go back to the center of the trading post, they are able to turn those over in front of them, and if they are face down, then they are banked, and they will not be able to be stolen by the gorilla. If a player does draw a gorilla token, a number of things can happen. If the little arrow is on there, then the gorilla will turn around and it will move a number of spaces based on the number of players. In a 4-player game, it will not end up moving. In a 3-player game, it would move 2 spaces, and in a 2-player game, it would move 4 spaces. If a gorilla token is drawn from the bag with any number of coconuts on it, and I believe that they are 1 to 4, then the gorilla will simply move that many spots on the board. So let's say that we drew that 3, the gorilla would move 3. If the gorilla ever comes to a monkey, even if it had more movement, it will stop. And if that monkey has any face-up fruit in front of them, then they will lose all of that face-up fruit. It will go back to the box and it's out of the game. Players will continue to move around the board trying to collect that fruit from the trees that are full as much as they can, and like I said, go back to the center in order to bank it so that it cannot be stolen from the gorilla. Players can never move past or through the gorilla, but again, the gorilla will stop on any monkey that it reaches in order to steal their fruit. The game will end when players can no longer draw tokens out of the bag, and then players will add up all of their points for their face-up and face-down fruit, and the player with the most points wins. I say a little bit of push your luck because I really think that there's more just general luck or randomness than there is actually pushing your luck. Yes, there is a little bit of choice in, oh, I'm gonna grab some more fruit this turn instead of going back to the center because a tree near me happened to fill up. You can make that conscious decision. However, sometimes you will not get another turn before you even have a chance to bank the fruit that you got on your previous turn. It really all comes down to how those gorilla tokens get drawn. I think I see that more in the higher player count games because there's more turns in between you, so usually more tokens are getting drawn. But there are times when multiple gorilla tokens can get pulled on a player's turn because you pull again every time that you get one. And then, like I said, you didn't have time, you didn't have an opportunity, you picked up fruit the last turn, and then the gorilla got you before you got another turn. So you didn't really push your luck, you just tried to get any number of points. It does feel really punishing at times if you did try to go for more, that you lose all of your tokens if the gorilla gets you. But again, that is a little bit more of the decision space. Like the most that you can have if you just get fruit and immediately try to go to the center, then you probably only have 4 max, which is not as bad, but again, it can feel really punishing in general just to lose all of the points that you've worked toward, especially depending on how that stuff came out of the bag, how that randomness kind of played out for you. So it just didn't feel like there was a lot of interesting choice. It didn't feel like there was a lot of control that players actually had, but to be fair to the game, it is very light, it is very simple rule set, and it is geared toward a younger audience, so I think that it does do that well. It is very approachable for a younger, wide audience because it doesn't have a lot of rules, and moving your monkey around is very simple. So I do think that that's good. It's doing what it intended, which is all you can really ask for a lot of times. But for me, it just was a little bit too lucky. I didn't feel like I had enough control. I didn't have enough say in when I could push my luck versus when I just got unlucky. So not something that I would probably come back to, but if you like a really light, kind of lucky, push your luck kind of game, then this might be more up your alley. But you can see my full thoughts on the watch today to decide if this one's for you.